Hey, what's up, y'all? And this is a Light-Bulb moment.
I'm Asania.
And I'm Deshaun.
And it's a motivational podcast.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, awesomeness. I love motivational podcasts.
Stay tuned.
Y'all check it out. Hey, what's up, folks? This is the Light-Bulb Moment podcast. And I am Deshaun, reporting live from Asania's place.
Oh, bitch, I don't like the energy you just gave me. You did that.
What's wrong with Asania's place? I love it.
Nah, I mean, that you can tell you ain't at home. You usually sound like a radio host.
Oh, boy. Well, do you want me to do it over?
No, we're going to keep
I'm not
going.
going to. But, Here we are together. Here we are together. That's a song somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Give us that note.
You like my fight? I don't know. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. That's I don't know. But anyway.
Do you know the rest of the lyrics?
I digress. We're here to talk about metaphysics. Metaphysics. So, a quick little definition, just to give everyone a general overview of what metaphysics is.
Metaphysics?
Well, whatever. But it's metaphysics.
Spell it.
Metaphysics. Metaphysics is a major branch of philosophy. It concerns existence and the nature of things that exist. Altogether, it is the theory of reality. How do you feel about that definition?
All your little extra shit after the definition be throwing me off. I'm sorry. How I feel about that definition? It still sounds way too complex to be a definition.
It's a really deep thing.
I mean,
metaphysics.
But Eli Myers broke that stuff down earlier. Remember his name?
Ali.
Yeah, my nigga.
Okay.
Ali.
Again.
Man, I'm gonna stop high-fiving this month.
But
I ain't got enough callus in my hand.
But metaphysics to me is hard to
define,
contain it into a short.
Nobody's. Yeah, that's why it's still so considered to be so complex.
Broad. Yeah. And I like metaphysics though. It makes you think, philosophy. So it kind of makes your brain, get blown real quick,
Well, I figured it'd be great after we just did the fourth dimension, so we get into like metaphysical energy, the exchange of energy.
Right.
And metaphysics is just pretty much part of the extension of the fourth dimension. Mm-hmm. We're dealing with the reality around you and questioning the how and why.
Right.
But no, it wasn't the how and the what is.
Right.
How is something and what is. It was found in what, the 1800s, 18th century?
I think it was found way before that. But I think in the 18th century or the 1800s is when, so that's when it split off from the subject or discipline of science. And it grew into its own thing. And now it's more so under philosophy than science, because I feel like metaphysics is almost like trying to explain the unexplainable.
Yeah, basically what happened was when, excuse me, my throat. It branched off from science when because science was, remember in the beginning, it was initially the term for, the Latin term for knowledge. It was Latin for knowledge, if I'm correct. I can't say it in Latin because I ain't got no damn Latin tongue.
Right.
And when they started to branch off and start looking at science in a more technical way and more literal, based on experiments, and it was less theoretical because metaphysics is more theoretical and more about the idea of and questioning than it was actually coming up with answers, cause and effect and resolutions. So they kind of separated and became its own entity. And science, because initially science and metaphysics were kind of in the same. Most people who practice science practice metaphysics, study metaphysics. And then there was a point where they kind of denounced, it's kind of like a discussion, it's 50-50. Some people say metaphysics isn't directly correlated to science, and some people would disagree.
Right.
Or some scientists would disagree.
Right. I think they're all correlated. You may not know how they're correlated, but I think everything is related in those two fields. I just think people have had a hard time because with metaphysics, it's not tangible, really.
Think about that though, time wise, 1,800 years. That's only been what? If it's been around for 25, because I got it confused. It's been around for 2,500 years. Mm-hmm. It's been studied for 2,500 years. Yeah. But in the 1800s is when it split. That's only like 200 years. Yeah, exactly. It's not even that long. That was even like during slavery.
Yeah. It'd be
relative, like when you think about it, relative to other things that were going on.
Right.
So, Aristotle was one of the first people who kind of got into metaphysics.
Right. Because he made a book called Physics, right?
Yeah, well, he had a series of books that were all like the physics series, and this one came after the physics series, so he called it Metaphysics.
Right.
That's the only reason he called it Metaphysics. Right. It wasn't like any kind of deep meaning to it.
Right.
That is literally the origin of the name Metaphysics.
Right. But it grew into something totally different.
Completely different.
Right, exactly.
And basically the two themes, actually the three themes, but the two main themes of metaphysics were the study of first cause, and the second theme was the study of being. So basically like cause and effect.
Right.
That's kind of what I'm getting.
That, as well as what I get from metaphysics, is just the study of the existence of humans. And like
why
the stuff that you can't really. My father used to say stuff like the human mind just can't explain that, and to me that's like metaphysics.
The shit you can't fathom and you can't grasp. Exactly. Same reason the fourth dimension. That's just like trying to conceptualize that.
Like your mind just wasn't built to figure out.
But here's the crazy part, man. At the same time, we say our mind is not built into it, but we are able to tap into it.
Right.
That's the only reason I want to do, because like
maybe it's not the mind that's tapping into it. Maybe it's something else. I don't know.
Ooh, you better get deep on these hoes.
But
you better get deep.
But yeah, it's a really deep subject.
But also, the other reason I want to do this is because I was also starting to look at like metaphysical energy.
Okay.
But I wanted to break down metaphysics and have a more idea what metaphysical energy is.
Right.
It's
just
one
the
branch. Yeah, it's just the introduction of metaphysics, because there's multiple branches of metaphysics. But metaphysical energy is something I really wanted to get into, because I don't think we realize how often and how easily we exchange our energy back and forth between each other, just even with contact, and how changing your perspective and your mind frame. I'm not saying you have to be overly positive, but to a realistic state where you don't have to influence people around you with negative energy, with your negative energy, or even try to overwhelm people with your positive energy who don't want all that.
Right.
Because they already have that balance, but just find balance within yourself. Because we're just going around spreading this energy back and forth, to and fro, affecting people around us.
Right. And it's the funny thing about it is metaphysics can be really simple like that. Just as simple as paying attention to your own energy. Mm-hmm. But then it can turn into something really complex and really deep. It can start off with something as simple as, we're all energetic beings. We're all made of energy, so you have to make sure you're conscious of that and stuff like that, which is something easy and that we all could do. And it could turn into, I don't know, something just
snowball,
right?
Something greater and bigger that you didn't even see coming.
Like, what?
Because you put it out there. Because the interesting was like what The Secret, when they started talking about metaphysical energy and how we're like these signals, these beacons, and we just give off these beacons of energy, and it was like signals.
Vibrational beings, yes.
Vibrational beings, because we're all vibrating on a certain frequency, and everything we do, we move, we experience is on the vibrational frequency. And back to what I was saying in the fourth dimensional, is that basically in this space that we're in, the atoms create the molecules create the cells, and the cells create the organs, but at the root of all of them energy as we create the atoms,
Right.
and how we are connected and energy flows through everything. And if you focus hard enough, that you'll send off that vibrational frequency and create. That's pretty much how you create or bring or repel or magnetize what you want.
Right. As well as hear and see. I remember they were saying that
Ooh, that feels serious.
you can see vibrations, but it's like your mind is trained not to see certain stuff, and your ear is trained not to see certain stuff. So there's a lot of things that are present. It's just that the human mind, I guess, isn't trained to.
It's not strong enough. What is it, only like 10, 15% of your brain that we know of that we actually use?
Right. A great example was the dog whistle. How you know there's a dog whistle because when you blow it, dogs hear it. And
Right,
respond
not
to it.
relying and believing that only things that we experience with our senses
Exactly.
are the only things that exist. Like if we don't experience it or identify with with our senses. Well, there was materialism.
Mm-hmm.
There was materialism where it said only things that materialistic and that we can physically experience are the only things that exist.
Right.
Which was one of the branches of metaphysics.
Right.
Or one of the beliefs.
Right. So yeah.
Or ontology, because I'm tired of saying metaphysics.
I know, right? Yeah. That's like the
Ontology.
yeah. That's like
the
the
study.
most popular branch under metaphysics.
Right, it's ontology, where they're pretty much studying the being and who we are and why we operate. Usually ontologies. But then idealism identifies that, oh, this one was crazy. We only experience, everything we experience is just in our mind. It's an idea. We create our experiences off of the ideas that we have, so that everything that we're experiencing right now in this space and time does not truly exist.
Yeah, that was a lot. that was a little much. That was
was too
deep
heavy
for me.
That was too. Yeah, I already was like, woo!
Alrighty then.
Woo, that's a lot.
That's my cue.
You tapping out on idealism?
Right. Like, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, you got it. So, and then dualism was pretty much in the
It's
middle.
like a mixture of them.
Yeah,
Right.
is in between materialism and dualism, where both affect the other.
But you know what you just said about how nothing really exists, that can go into what you were saying about the fourth dimension, how it's just a being that's controlling everything that we do right now, and we don't really exist. It's the being, like almost you said, the puppet master.
Or like Avatar, you said Avatar.
Exactly. So
And really, we just, the energy in this space has, because think about it, the time atoms, energy, atoms, cells, molecules, cells. So the things in this space only manifest from the energy that's around it into this 3-dimensional plane. Because that's all it is a 3D plane instead of a 2D plane. Like if we were ants, we'd be on this 2D plane. We wouldn't really see it that way. I love that
what if they
comparison.
jump? Can ants jump?
I've never seen an ant jump.
They don't have hot ants. Or
I've
something.
never ever seen, like,
No, they can't.
think
fall.
about it. When it gets to water, they just go straight to the water. If it's the end of the cliff, they're going to go down the cliff.
But you can pick them up and drop them.
That's not jumping. That's not using motor skills to like.
Oh.
And then, have you ever picked up an ant and never dropped it?
I think I might have.
No.
You never flicked the ant?
No, the ant will stick to you.
You can flick them.
You can at that point, it's dead.
Oh.
The impact of your finger on that flick probably. It's like what? That's an ant scream?
Mm-hmm.
I love how we add human traits
Right.
to other things so we can identify them.
But it made sense though, didn't it?
No.
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 But anyway.
Because you can't drop an ant. Light-Bulb moment question going to be, can you drop an ant? That's going to be the question. 50-50, see what people say. I'm picking up, it's not going to drop, it's going to stick to your finger. And if you pick it up like that, you're going to squeeze it and kill it.
And you can pick up a furry ant. At my uncle's farm, they have these little furry red ants. They're like that big. And they kind of cool looking too. and you pick them up. Well, I wouldn't pick them up because they probably bite. But you could pick them up and drop them. Because it's different species of ants.
Ain't gonna debate this.
It is. It's bigger ants. So you probably pick the bigger ones up, not the tiny, tiny ones that just, it's like itty bitty ants. But the big ants, you probably can pick them up and drop them. But anyway.
Thank you. Moment of silence to that conversation. May it rest in peace. Back to ontology. But
yeah, metaphysics is
no, man. But the signals, we were talking about the signals that we send off with energy.
Yeah.
Energy from our body, we manifest it through the chakras, through your thought process, through the energy waves in our bodies, and you send those radios and those vibrations
like some
off.
of the strongest energy is your thoughts. I remember hearing that, yeah.
And you send those vibrational frequencies off, or waves off, and emit them to other people and other things, and that's how you attract or create or manifest, because manifest is not really creating. Everything that we want is already here, unless it's some new shit that hasn't been made yet. Then that's on a scientific level, and they don't manifest it, they actually creating it. So, but yeah, that's what you draw what you want to you. So that was a real deep one.
All of that with law of attraction is just metaphysics.
Dude, it's
all of that is just
bang my head on his desk.
I think yes. 12 universal laws.
All of it is just metaphysics. Mm-hmm. It all comes back around, and you know what's at the root of it all?
Meditation.
If I had a gold star, I would give you a motherfucking gold star.
How?
It is.
Meditation is just
life.
Something you're not going to get away from.
At all. Key.
I liked how when we were watching the secret video, how they talked about you could be in a meditative state. I really like, because it makes meditation not as intimidating when you see that you can meditate in just different ways.
Yeah.
I think when a lot of us think of meditation, even sometimes I still think of meditation just
being
sitting down and being still, but your mind can just become on its own meditative. That's dope.
I told you that's why I drive to work in silence. Mm-hmm. So different vibration. So this is why I think we have issues also with meditation, and also paying attention to the vibrations that we give off and that we emit and that we receive. Is the TV and our cell phones and technology around us.
You think that stuff messes with our vibrations?
It's probably on similar radio waves. Since I've turned my television off, let me rephrase that. Since I have removed the internet from my apartment, I don't know if you can feel it in here, but it's very quiet and still. Mm-hmm. I haven't really been watching TV outside of what we did when I'm using, like I said, I showed you earlier, when we mirroring my phone, but it's not getting used. And my thoughts are a lot clearer. My ability to focus is a lot better. My dreams are crazier because I'm having them a lot more and I'm paying attention to them. But I think that has a lot more. That has a lot to do with our inability to. Excuse me. Oh, there go them nachos. Hey, excuse me. Our inability to tap in and really hear what's going on. Because since I've done that, and really the fourth dimension sent me on a nice little journey of finding myself and finding out some stuff. But, coming to some realizations. But things are a lot clearer. I can see. My foresight is getting better. And I probably move around in a meditative state a lot more versus a state of anxiousness. It's like unless I wake up and get my phone. My phone is the only thing I haven't conquered yet.
Yeah, that phone that's where the discipline at right there. Because it's like with your phone, it could be Instagram or it could be text message from a loved one. It's so many different things that pulls you towards video games.
Mobile app.
That pull you towards your phone. It's not like with TV, it's not a whole lot of different stuff. So you can cut that off. But with your phone, it's like somebody might have called me. Somebody might have texted me. Instagram. the news. I need to check. You might have some work stuff, work email. Like it's all type of stuff that can pull you towards your phone.
That's why dedicating some time throughout the day, preferably right before you go to bed, or just disconnecting. I was having a conversation with someone else the other night, and they were talking about how they put the phone in a completely different room when you're going to bed. Everyone's phone goes in this one particular room while we sleep at night.
The whole family?
My brother, his mother, and his sister, they have their rooms, and at night when they go to sleep, you put your phone in that particular room, a particular spot. And the energy in the house is different.
Interesting.
The vibration and how they operate is different.
They say you should cut your phone off, I think, or you should get off of your phone like an hour before you go to sleep anyway.
Yeah. Hey, start winding down because all that blue light starts affecting your brain.
It affects your sleep too.
Oh, they're going to have me go. Probably going to be another one.
Right. But yeah, man. It's metaphysically some deep shit. And it's really hard to just, even that definition that I gave is just
really,
like,
it's just the study of the unknown, the unexplained,
right.
Our purpose. What is our purpose? The origin of man and being.
Yeah, existence.
The existence that really can't be explained because we don't have any true facts or concrete evidence as to why it has happened.
Right. Right. So let's go ahead and go into this astrological portion of the show. So, it's officially...
That was the ugliest transition ever.
You just handed me the book like...
Right, but I figured like I was going to set you up, and you was like, let's go into the...
So it is officially Aquarius season. So, okay, Aquarius, it's y'all time. Come on, Aquarius.
What time it is?
Aquarius.
Yeah.
I got like a couple... I don't have a lot of Aquarius friends. I have an Aquarius friend from high school who's one of my best friends. Then I have my niece is an Aquarius.
Are they aquatic?
She's on Anyway, the new moon for Aquarius will be on Friday.
When?
On Friday. It'll be the first new moon of the decade.
Ooh, remix it on the
in a whole new decade.
What's going to be on Friday?
It's a new moon.
Yeah. Which one it is?
A new one.
The first one?
The first one.
Of what?
Aquarius.
2020.
2020.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But, we should really focus on defining your routines. But we were just talking about that. We were just talking about defining our routine in life. We were, weren't we? When we was talking about waking up, how it's like I got to get a routine together about that last hour before I go to bed, the hour when I wake up, about meditating and working on
y'all
music
just
stuff.
heard the light bulb go off in his head.
Yeah,
it was
that's
like,
because
light bulb moving.
we were literally just talking about that and not about how we should be disciplined and stuff. Yeah.
That's why I be going off, because our heads are just light bulbs.
Well, this season we should also be tapping into our inner visionary. Sounds like we should trust our intuition. I got Moonstone. It helps with intuition.
Does it really? Have you felt like you've been intuitive?
I feel, yeah. I just need to pay attention. Not even pay attention to it, but just trust it and do it.
There's a lot of build up for that.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah. Do you think it's been working because you know it's supposed to, like a placebo?
I think this time around with the new year in my life, I think I just kind of know what I need to do. I just kind of know.
Because it's a new you?
I think it's just, I just know.
You're a lot more aware.
I'm a lot more aware. I'm a lot more confident in what I'm supposed to be doing. So it's like, I just kind of know, like, I know 2 + 2 is 4. Ain't no other number. But anyway. And we should be,
Yo, we gotta put that on the shirt. I know 2 + 2 is 4. Ain't no other
It's
number.
like you just, because just from doing different readings and stuff with my brother, one thing he used to tell me was, you already know what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you know. You may not, even if you don't know, you know, you know. Even if you have to stop for a minute and figure it out, you know.
It's always there.
It's always
It was there from birth. It was there from birth. You got lost.
Exactly.
You got caught up in everything else. The world, there's external shit around you. Got you thrown off track.
Right, exactly.
Yes,
that helps with meditation when you get back in line with your higher self.
Yeah, because we just get caught up with everybody else's external plans.
Right, exactly. So everybody else
just pass it down.
And
just pass it down.
And we should also be growing towards our fullest potential. This is a great time to grow towards your fullest potential.
I'm definitely working towards that.
Yeah, I think that's a very good opportunity.
I hear you do that shit.
Wow.
That's it? That's the end?
Yeah, that's the last thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but it all makes a lot of sense though.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
You can see all the pieces.
Because if you're defining what you want in life and what you're supposed to do in life, you will automatically be tapping into your inner vision. So that kind of just goes hand in hand. And then when you're doing that, you're doing what you really want to do.
And then you help it manifest with your thought process through the vibrational frequencies that we give off, currents we give off.
And when you do what you really want to do, I feel like you
with our
are
metaphysical
tapping
energy.
into your fullest potential.
With our metaphysical energy.
But yeah, this was just part 1.
Yes.
Of Metaphysics.
Metaphysics ain't nothing but the Force. Metaphysics ain't nothing but the Force in Star Wars.
Explain that.
Huh? Explain that?
Mm-hmm.
The Force is nothing just but an energy source.
Mm-hmm.
Later on,
not
they
good
say,
or not bad, but just
not good or bad. It's just a source of energy. It's just a group of people, the initial people who were very sensitive to that source of energy, tapped into it first and figured out ways to manipulate it because they were very sensitive to the Force. And the abilities were no different from the shit that we could probably do if we use more of our brains, which is telekinesis, telepathy, enhanced thought, increased ability to see the future, the past, and speaking to people on a different plane. So literally all Jedi. Okay, and then they learn how to take their own, the Force and manipulate it into physical energy, which was Force lightning and same thing as telekinesis. But it's the exact same shit. And when some people saw the good in it and chose to use it for good, and some people chose to use it for bad. I mean, for evil. That's it. No different from the energy that's around us that we choose to use. Some people choose to use it for good, some people choose it for their own. Because they want to, because they can, because they figured it out.
That's what's up.
Same shit. Force.
Well, on that note, make sure y'all subscribe.
It's your boy, RC Baby. Check us out on Lite-Bulb Moment, on Instagram, on Facebook. Check us out. We on, what's that? Himalayas, iTunes, Spotify, the whole shebang and bang, YouTube, son. You dig? Y'all, I mean, that's word to my mother, son. Word to my mother.
For sure. Deshaun Duran.
Oh, yeah. And we on Google. You know what I mean? That's my word. Check me out at awesomenear.com. .com.
I'm about to say, you got a website? I
ain't got no motherfucker. See, I'm talking shit. I ain't got no .com. I meant to say IG. And Deshaun Duran. And check out Mother's
House.
I always want to say kitchen. And the Will
and Deshaun
show when they talk about all the things that's popping in the LGBT. Am I supposed to put Q on that motherfucker?
You can just say black gay. Well, we talk about a lot of different stuff. But anyway, I digress. Bye, y'all.